I've got to believe that most Republicans like you believe in fair trade, but also believe in free trade. Where are they right now? And do you believe that Republicans in the Article 1 branch should step forward and take back some of this power to round off maybe some of the roughest edges on these tariffs that are going to hurt people in Main Street USA?
Well, I've been preaching for 2 weeks on the Senate floor. I don't want to be at war with Canada. I've been preaching for 2 weeks that Canada and America should go to zero reciprocal tariffs. Here's my point. From one perspective, from my perspective, you may not share it. President Trump has won. We have an opportunity here. I hope he seizes it. But I don't know whether he will seize it or not. To answer your question, though, directly, I have not joined the Grassley bill. I'm not likely to join the Grassley bill. The Grassley bill will not pass, and if it passes, the president will veto it. I was not here when Congress gave away its power. I would not have voted to give away our power, but we did it. If we get on the Grassley bill, we'll just spend a year fighting with no results. And sometimes we can spend a year in Congress getting nothing done. And I just think it's a distraction. The most immediate question for me is the president is a pit bull. He's won. He's caught the car. The question is, what's he going to do with the car? I know what I'd do.
Right. You also, I got a quote here that I'm going to have to put into my lexicon. You say he caught the car. He's got these foreign nations up to the lick log, as they say on the farm. What do we do next? I'm going to use that lick log.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good one. But, you know, Senator, I don't know that I would say the president's won yet, because we just don't know how like you said, we don't know how this is going to shake out. But he certainly has South Korea, the EU. He's got some of our strongest trading partners, Japan, saying, let's make a deal. It seems to me the president actually has proven his point, hasn't he? That except for China, and maybe he has to keep fighting China for a while, but for our allies, hasn't the president already sort of made his point, and these people now want to come to him and negotiate?
Well, number one, your grandmother in Georgia will know what a lick log is. You might have to explain it. You might have to explain it to Mika, and to Willie, and to Jonathan. Yeah. But
definitely
number two, when I say the president's won, here's what I mean. Would 40% of the 200 countries in the world be coming to America now trying to reduce their tariffs if President Trump had not done what he did? No. Every fair-minded American knows that. I just don't know what's going to happen next. In terms of China, look, China wants a deal. For them right now, it's not about the economy. It's about saving face. China wants a deal. China's economy is in worse shape, I'll be glad to talk about it if you want, than it's been in 25 years. They can't afford a trade war. They are quietly seeking a deal with President Trump, as are 40% of the countries in the world. I mean, the president's won. We wouldn't have this opportunity but for what he did. All I'm saying is, let's take it. You know, let's take it. Let's pounce on it like a ninja. I would be on this deal like a hobo on a ham sandwich, man. I'd have them lined up at the White House.
Write that one down, too. So let's go to Jonathan Lemire, the Massachusetts New Englander, who I think you are correct, Senator, has no idea what a lick log is. Nope. But Jonathan, I just want to underline a point that the senator made real quick before your question. Because of what President Xi has done over the past 5 years, basically because what he did in Hong Kong, because what he's done with people like Jack Ma, because he's encouraged his best minds, his best thinkers, his best entrepreneurs to leave China. Senator's exactly right. China's not exactly in a strong position right now.
No question. China's economy has also struggled of late, particularly in recent years, particularly post-COVID. I did get the reference on hobo on a sandwich. That one I got. So, Senator, on that idea of wanting to take this deal, President Trump, to this point, has not suggested he'd want to. He suggested this trade war could be prolonged for weeks or more. Your state obviously went strongly for President Trump in this last election. There's no question there. But as you talk to your constituents who are watching their 401ks, who are watching their retirement accounts, who are bracing themselves for higher prices, that seem to be escalating by the day, what are they telling you? What do you think their patience level is, and their pain threshold is going to be?
Well, they're like me. They're uncertain. My people are very supportive of President Trump. And I think they see what I see, which is that we wouldn't have this opportunity had he not been like a bulldog with these other countries. But now the question becomes, we have this opportunity. What are we going to do with it? I've heard the president make comments publicly and, frankly, privately. I've been in meetings with him on both sides here. And I've heard his people on TV all weekend make comments all over the map. Frankly, that's part of the problem. Some of them needs to stop talking, or at least before they speak, talk to their boss. I just think we're at a critical moment. I don't want to feign understanding. I have no idea what the president's going to do. I just know what I do.
Right.
And if you do it, you'll see the market. You'll see the market go back.
Okay, and if he doesn't, I guess, you've said you won't get on the Grassley bill, but what can you and other members of Congress do, and at what point will you act on behalf of your constituents?
Well, here's the world we find ourselves in. Congress gave the executive branch all of its power on trade. So it's up to the president right now. We can spend all our time trying to move a bill taking his power back, but Mickey, it won't pass. And number two, right now it's a distraction. All we can do is make our case. That's why I'm here. I'm making it publicly. I'm making it privately. I would take the deal. I don't know how else to say it. I can't predict the future. I have to wait for it like everybody else. But I do think that we'll look back a year from now if we take this deal and say what I'm saying today is that President Trump, he's won this fight. Now let's don't lose it by not taking the opportunity.
Yeah, don't snatch defeat from the jaws of victory seems to be your message, Senator. And again, just for those watching, of course, you'd have to get 60 votes in the Senate to pass anything, and then override a presidential veto, which, as the House, as the senator said, is highly unlikely. Go ahead, Senator.
I was just going to say, you made the point, Joe. Pigs may fly someday, but I doubt it. It's just, we can get off on a trade bill, but man, I'm just telling you, it's just going to be a bunch of partisan pageantry.
All right. Republican Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana, we greatly appreciate you coming on to talk about tariffs and hope you come back soon.
Thank you very much.
And so John Lemire, I know there's probably a lot of frustration out there